Okay, off we go. Now usually we're coming down this side and just up, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 miles, there's that turnaround. And when I come from the east side, I'll go to the turnaround and I'll turn around and go back. And I really think that going back towards the west, the views are far more spectacular because you get to see all the vistas. When you're coming in from the west side, you tend to be looking into the mountain more. It's still a beautiful drive, I'm not complaining at all. But when you go back from this side, the east side, I think you just get a better view of the vistas because they're in front of you and not behind you. That's my 2 cents. Now this area that we're just coming into, I call it the roundabout turnaround, switchback turnaround, because imagine coming up here and this turn goes to the right, but it is pretty sharp. So I think what they did is they developed this area and you'll drive around and it puts you straight in line going up the mountain. And if you're coming down, you would do this turnaround in the opposite direction, which is pretty kind of cool, really. So imagine when they developed this, it was probably wagons and horses, and I don't know if they had much in the way of motor vehicles, because I'm not really sure the year it was developed. That was pretty clever, because that is a very sharp turn right there. And you can see going up, this is probably the worst area coming in from the east side. It's a little rocky, bit of a shelf road, but you know, just take your time, pay attention to see if anybody else is coming the other direction, which I hope not. But look at the view right there. Just gorgeous. Just amazing. Then we get around this corner here and things are a little less scary. You know, the road's still pretty aggressive. That's okay. And this is a pretty sharp turn right here too. But that one's doable. The other one is really tight. So we'll kind of hug the right a little bit because that is quite a drop off on the left. But what a view. Looking down towards Roosevelt. That's just amazing. Okay, nobody's coming. That's good. This is a pretty aggressive climb, I'm telling you, from this side. You gain a lot of elevation real quick. Let's see if I can see what my elevation is. Yeah, so elevation here is 4265, and I think when we were on Apache Trail earlier today, I think we were only like 2500. So this is pretty high coming up here. Now we're at 4300. Now, when Pam and I were in northern Washington State, we did that drive out to Mount Baker, and we were easily up 8,000 feet, no problem. Beautiful, but it's a different kind of beautiful. You know, it's, you get up into those hills in Washington, you get so much moisture. You're deep into heavy forest, and the trees are just monstrous. They're hundreds of feet tall, and it's just the total opposite of what Arizona is. You know, I love the valley, I love Arizona from top to bottom, and I love the wide open field I have here. Washington, going up to Mount Baker, it was kind of claustrophobic in some ways because, and I'm not complaining, climbing 5,400 feet. But I think this trail is a good trail for beginner or off-road guys, because I can't say it's super technical, you know. There's a couple spots you have to pay attention to, like this one. But you know, there's no serious rock climbing. You do get the exposure to some shelf roads, if I can call them that. And you know, Now, if you're not used to that kind of thing, it does give you a little bit of the willies if you have a aversion to heights. But after you do it a couple times and you start trusting your vehicle, drive smart, drive safe, and I think it's a great trail to cut your teeth on. I don't know if you can see it, but that wind is really whipping. Here we are at the microwave towers that seemed so far away a couple minutes ago. Here we are. I call them microwave towers because the first time I came out here and Pam was with me. It was literally our very first time. Then we stopped a couple guys and we'll pick up truck. Good old boys, you know, chatted them up a little bit. And, oh yeah, you know, you're gonna go down by the microwave towers. And, oh, there's a deer right there. Isn't that amazing? Just a little guy. Didn't go under. Oh, that's pretty cool. And yes, I did see it. Nobody had to point it out to me. I hope that got caught on camera because that's pretty cool. We don't want to go down that road. 422 apparently is a dead end. Again, according to my two older guys that we talked to. He said, don't go down 422, that's a dead end down there.